Yeah, you already know what it is. Lethal Talent 24, dive bombing at you with some Eagles content. Let's go. Yo, it's your boy Lethal Talent 24 coming at you with another video. And oh my gosh, I heard the news out there about Doug Pederson and the meeting didn't go well. I heard about that, but I wanted to wait and see how this played out. And it's been made official by Jeffery Lurie himself and the Eagles organization that they had decided to let Doug Pederson walk. And I needed to hear what Jeffery Lurie was going to say, because I knew it was going to be some bullshit, some absolute garbage, just like, I don't know what to exactly call it, man. It's just information that he's going to give us is all just filler, just fluff. He's just gonna feed us fluff and expected us to just eat it all up and get full off of that, and that's garbage. I knew from the jump that this organization was dysfunctional, and it started, like I said before, with Howie Roseman. Now I want to make sure that I don't contradict myself. I wanted Doug Pederson to, if he didn't have an offensive coordinator going into the next season, that he needed to be gone. But for it to go down like this, for Jeffery Lurie to basically say that they couldn't come to an agreement, and it sounded like, from Jeffrey's words, that Doug wanted to win and have control and make sure that he had good personnel and try to win now. And Jeffery Lurie sounds like he doesn't want to win now, that they want to acquire more draft picks, meaning that they could step back in the draft, by the way, in the next draft, even though we're at 6. They want to acquire more draft picks and try to build that way. And if, it's going to be harder for, Doug to attract better coaching talent, which I don't understand by that, because considering that there's been reports that Jeffery Lurie and Howie Roseman have been picking his coaches and not allowing him to pick his own coaches, then that tells me that you never really had any plans for Doug in the first place when it comes to that. You were never worried about what coaches you were attracting here. And there's no coaches really, unless you're really trying to start or trying to absolutely just, acquire draft picks by losing, a.k.a. being the Cleveland Browns before they actually start winning. Shout out to them for winning their game, by the way. You're trying to turn us into a losing franchise on purpose, and that is not what we deserve. That is not what we wake up every Sunday, Thursday, or Monday getting ready for. People spending their money, going to stores and stuff, and making sure that they get ready for your game. Make sure they get to watch their favorite team, the Philadelphia Eagles. That is not what we deserve. And then basically, he goes on a little, soliloquy, rant, whatever you want to call it, about Nate Sudfeld and get that out of here, man. And then you want to talk about Howie Roseman. He could not commit and say that he was not willing, or that he's willing to change, somebody making personnel decisions as far as, taking Howie Roseman out of his spot and letting somebody else take the reins and picking draft picks. And then he had the nerve to say that the draft picks, there's so many variables. Get out of here, man. We don't know what they're going to be. And then he basically admitted that they had no plans outside of their first pick. What player that they want. So if they have a player that they want, let's say if they had CD Lamb in mind and they couldn't get him, then that was it. They were just winging it. And it shows in the draft. It showed. Because you don't do your freaking homework. And it shows that they don't do their freaking homework. Or at least the person that's supposed to be picking and is supposed to be doing their homework is not listening to the people that is saying, hey, you need to pick this guy if this guy's not on the board. Doug isn't the only one who's random. This organization is random. And he did not deserve that. He didn't deserve to be let go like he did. He said, it's not Doug in it's basically us. Get that out of here, man. Nobody wants to hear that. Not really. Not at all. Jeffery Lurie has no idea what he's doing. I hate to say this about our owner that's, helped bring us the Super Bowl. But you don't sound like you know what you're doing. You don't sound like you know football. You just sound like an owner who's letting everybody else do their thing, and you're letting your best friend Howie Roseman, which I don't understand, because you sit there and say that Doug, Doug for 20 years, and you respect Doug, but you're willing to let him go, but you're not willing to let Howie Roseman go, and that's the problem. Howie Roseman has done nothing outside of 2017 to bolster this roster. There's no boosting. There's no good players on this team. No Pro Bowl type players. And if they come out solid, that's not good enough. And you want to sit there and say, well, we have older veterans on here, and that's why the younger guys aren't starting. Get that crap out of here, because if they were good enough to start, they'd be starting. If Davion Taylor was better than Alex Singleton, he would have been starting. If J.J. Arcega-Whiteside was better than Deshaun Jackson or Alshon Jeffrey, he'd be starting. But they're not. That is why you have DK Metcalf starting with the Seattle Seahawks. And that's why you had Justin Jefferson and doing his thing with the Minnesota Vikings. Because you didn't know. You have one player in mind and didn't have a backup plan. And that's why you led us into this garbage ass of a season. Doug had no help from you guys. Jeffery Lurie is absolutely wrong in his press conference today. Wrong, man. So, anyway, Nigel Bradham was right, and I hate to say this, but he was right. This is a rebuilding team. They're going to get a coach in here. I mean, if they get Adam Gase in here, I wouldn't be surprised, because that means that they're not trying to win. They're just trying to acquire draft picks to build their roster for the future. Anyway, you guys let me know. What do you guys think about Doug Pederson's firing today? What do you think about Jeffery Lurie's conference? You let me know in the comments below. Please subscribe if you're feeling this content. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell, so that way you know whenever I post a video, man. Tired of this. I really am. But as always, keep your talent sharp, Eagles fam, and go Birds. As always, EAGLES Eagles, and that's what's up. You guys take it easy. Peace. Every time they put me in a battle, I'm lethal. Nigga too sweet and low, you ain't equal. Shut 'em down.